Children of all ages, Jokers of Us Gaming is proud to present to you some more Blue Jays baseball on MLB The Show 24 series. Trying to finish out this YouTube series of the Blue Jays 24 season. We are into our 91st game of the year. The Jays have a 70-20 record. They will be in Seattle taking on the 40-50 Seattle Mariners. Blue Jays will look for their 71st win. The man that they hope will do that is the 12-2 with an ERA of 3.38, Jose Barrios. The man trying to prevent the Jays from winning this series will be George Kirby. Kirby has a 7-4 record with an ERA of 3.43. He's looking to tie the series against the Blue Jays today here in Seattle at T-Mobile Park. It will be, once again, the roof will be open. It's another overcast of a day. Let's see. I think the only change I will make defensively is I will take George Springer out. The other defensive moves will of course have oh, you know what? I'm also gonna put Silver in too. So the only changes with the lineup for the Blue Jays, we'll have Kevin Kiermaier in today, Con Falefa, Dalton Varsho, and Brian Silver will be the changes in the lineup with the Blue Jays. While Seattle will have Ryan Bliss, Cal Regen, and Paulinko, and Mitch Hagner, who was not in yesterday's game, will be in today's game. We now take you to John and Chris to call the action between these two clubs. The first place Blue Jays against the third place Seattle Mariners.
Saturday baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Seattle Mariners.
Jays, of course, looking to get the win, which would give them the series. Moore and Seattle will try to prevent that from happening.
So, almost ready to get underway. And today's starting pitcher, Frankie Montas. And Siggy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Interesting.
He doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact.
Coven was the original starter, and for some reason, Frankie Montas will be the pitcher. So I don't know what happened to the starter. That's hit well, back, and gone.
He wastes no time on this one. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
Luis Guerrero Jr. keeps the home runs going, as that would be, I believe, his 7th home run in 9 games. In 10 games, 387 for that foot.
That one pushed foul.
Don't know what happened today. It was supposed to be George Cuban of Seattle pitching. Instead, it is Frank Mahans. Mahans came in as a reliever today. In the previous game, he will end up causing Vlad to pop out there and fly out, I should say.
One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Rafael Devers.
Yeah, Boog, he's working on a 15-game hit streak right now, and that means he's hit just about everybody. 15 games, man, that's tough to do, but the way he's swinging, I wouldn't be surprised if he got to 20 or even more.
Bo Bichette currently leading the doubles department. He is currently batting .360. He extends his hitting streak with that hit that we got.
Sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Brandon Belt, as we know, is a powerful guy. That will be at least. And Jay's not paying attention. They could have scored another run.
He's been swinging it really well. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
The home run leader with 48 home runs this season. Brandon Belt gets his 21st double.
And here is Devers, homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
Devers will continue his hit streak and score both those runs.
Now 2 runs scored, and they lead by 3.
And Devers will get his, go up to 16 now.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
That is a beautiful shot up the middle.
So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Big time power. He's 3rd in the AL in home runs.
Varsho had yesterday off. He is currently batting .341.
Devers over at first with
31 home runs, 54 RBIs. We have a man on first. That's hit well. But it's right to the center fielder.
That's out number 2.
So that will be the second out there. As we're coming in, Seattle has changed their starting pitcher from George Cuban to Frank Mars. Don't know what the reason was. George was the starting scheduled starter.
Lead runner around second. Throw into third.
The runners will advance to first and second to third.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on the line. You know, hitters, they take so
Tom
many reps in the
Falefa,
cages
who also had yesterday off,
always translated to the game.
gets a double.
Right there it did, and he did it.
Brian Silver comes in.
Now it's going to be Brian Serven.
He will fly out, and that will end the inning.
Makes the catch, and that'll do it.
But the Jays do some major damage.
Move ahead onto the bottom of the first. It's the Blue Jays 3, and the Mariners coming to bat.
So Seattle trying to answer Toronto's 3-run lead.
And we're back. And on the hill today, Jose Barrios. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well,
Barrios,
strikeouts, a lot more guys striking
his
out today.
18th game of the year, has a 12-2 record.
Less than 2 outs. Situations where, yeah, maybe you're
338.
not a high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Ryan Bliss in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Ryan Bliss was not the scheduled first batter,
They're off to a great start, 3-run lead after their first inning, but so important.
but he ends up starting things off for Seattle.
Extra outs and allow that other club to get back in this ballgame.
He's currently batting .200.
This one popped up. Foul ground
And
first
that will
base
be easily played by Vlad Guerrero Jr. for the first out.
Now Scott Service lined up for the Seattle Mariners. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Josh Rojas.
Tops on the team in batting average, Boog. A guy who's showing off some excellent bat-to-ball ability when he digs in at the plate. You know, that's useful if your team needs to get an inning going, get a leadoff man on, but it's also incredible to have a guy like that in the lineup because he's a run producer who can drive in runs if you've got guys on base already. So he's a huge piece in this lineup.
Ball on there.
As you saw, J.P. Croft was 1-5 in yesterday's game against the Blue Jays. Gets a favorable call there. Crawford lets the umpire know what he thought about it.
Righty delivers. Bounce it off, still 1-2.
Those Rios has a 1-2 count in his favor. 1 out. Looking to get his first strikeout. And he does. As J.P. Crawford lets that one go by.
Strike zone, sure, it had some good arm side run at the end to move to the outside part of the plate. But with 2 strikes, you got to be ready to swing it there, and you can't leave it in the umpire's hands.
Don't know what J.P. Crawford was looking at, but he gets caught looking.
2 out, space is empty. Here's Josh Rojas. Looking to stay hot after yesterday's game. 4 for 5 in that one.
Rojas hits it, but just sails foul. That would have been definitely a double for Rojas. He is currently batting .301.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Great catch by the ball boy.
Leading by 3 here in the second game of the series.
Josh Rojas has 92 hits for the Seattle.
0-2 now. Got him swinging.
Gets caught swinging at a bad pitch as it was well low. As Jose Barrios will get his second out. And that will end the inning. The Jays on top. 3-0 with a nice batter in Kevin Kiermaier.
And here is
up.
Kevin Kiermaier. Montas, 31 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Montas will give a base hit to Kevin Kiermaier, and that's not good news for Seattle. You know, Kevin Kiermaier is up there in the stolen base department. Frank throws a pitch. There goes Kiermaier. And Kiermaier easily steals that. 41 stolen bases this year for that man.
Because that catcher can make up some time, man. Such a good catch and throw guy behind the dish. Nice job right there, but he just beat it.
Luis Guerrero Jr. and now has a man on scoring position.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Hendrickson and his squad is the umpires for today's game. They're a decent crew.
Pickoff throw. Kiermaier back in.
One remains.
What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Luis fouls that off. Count remains 0-2. Man on second. None out. That hit will get the run in. They keep the batter at first. Smart play by Seattle.
Just kind of muscled it out there, and on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
I'm surprised Frank is still out there.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's 0 for 1.
Vlad Guerrero hits one down the line, but the left fielder does
just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front
scoop it to get the first out.
If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Bo Bichette
gets a chance to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. On a line out towards center.
hits a steep shot, but it's right to the center fielder. So runner goes back to first. Frankie of Seattle has only given up 1 run
Man at first.
in this inning.
Now at the plate. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored.
He is now facing the home run leader at 48.
Chop to the right
Brandon
side.
Belt
He takes
hits it
himself
right
to
to
the
first
bag, and that'll
and
do
is
it.
out.
But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show.
So we go to the bottom of the second. Mariners need to answer.
Back in Seattle, we head to the bottom of the second. And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh currently batting .226. Raleigh in his career has done well against the Blue Jays.
He gets a lot of swing and miss, and he keeps the ball in the yard.
And he will get a base. Nope, it will be a double. A stand-up double.
Even some of the best guys in
Cal keeps being a pain to the Blue Jays. His 11th double of the year.
If you're throwing strikes and keeping the base runners off the paths, then those home runs are solo shots. But to this point, he hasn't had to worry about it.
Next to hit, Luke Raley. That one finds the corner. Going on. You look at what the elite guys do. They strike guys out, they limit walks, and they limit the ball going out of the park.
Seattle has a man in scoring position. This will be the second time in this game, I believe. And Luke gets caught looking.
Leadoff double, a strikeout, and there's one away.
Sapriel's third strikeout.
Up to hit here.
Yeah, all you want is a guy like that. Take the ball every 5th day, go out there, hand it over to the bullpen, perhaps in the 7th inning or later.
Now a
Mitch
screamer
hits
into the
it
outfield,
right
and he makes the catch. And
to
there's
Valcho, so the runner will remain at second, and it is now 2 outs. And yet, Seattle has yet to get any answer.
Make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing him down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
and the right-hander deals.
The former first-round pick will get a run there. They will conceive the run and keep Mitch Gardner on first. And Seattle has finally gotten on the board.
Next to hit, Jorge Polanco. He's been a great free agent sign.
Polanco,
Right through there for a strike.
batting .260, did not play in the first game of this series.
Bottom half of inning number 2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Umpire says he goes. The 2019 All-Star trying to keep this inning alive for Seattle. And he does.
Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Men on first and second now.
Here's Dylan Moore.
As
Really needs to start making more
John
contact.
says, 2 on, 2 out.
Twice in each of the last 5 games.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Dylan Moore, who played in yesterday's game, I believe only got on base one time.
Now one out to right.
Unfortunately, will fly out to Grill Jr.
But they pick up
And
one
Seattle
run.
only gets a
It's
run.
now a 4-1 ball game. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the show, Canada.
Mitch Hagner, of course, gets that RBI.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers, who's extended his hitting streak to 16.
For him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Has another decent hit, but it's right to the left fielder. Well played defensively by Seattle. Frank Moss still pitching here in the third. As I said, he did pitch in yesterday's game as a reliever. Oh, Dalton Varsho hits one back. Oh, wow, what a catch. What a catch. I thought it was going to be a foul ball, but he reaches into the fans to get the big second out. Shortstop will easily play that in time, and that will end the inning.
3 outs on 3 pitches. Down in order go the Blue Jays.
Ryan Bless will start things off in the top of the order with J.P. Crawford and
We're back as we go to the last of
the
the
DH.
leading off, Ryan Bliss. And first
to
off,
start
bring us
things
down
off here in the third. The second round pick in the 20 and 21
and the pitch.
season.
And it's fouled away.
It is currently 4-1
2 now.
for the Blue Jays here,
And stays alive.
but it's only the third inning. Seattle
And the pitch.
could answer back,
By him for the K.
but not right now, as Bliss will strike out. That Jose Barrios' fourth strikeout of the game.
There's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
That's going to be flied right to Kevin Kiermaier.
2 away now.
And the score remains the Jays 4, Seattle 1.
Josh Rojas will hit next. His first at bat was a strikeout. Outside corner, there's a strike. The Blue Jays leading by 3 here in the last half of the third. That's in there. That is strike 2.
Rojas leads with a batting average of 300 for Seattle.
He's not ready to pull the trigger. He's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swings late, fouls that.
Remains 0-2.
Jose Barrios. Could we see strikeout number 6? And we do.
And that's that. And 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. And this is still a 4-1 ball game.
We go to the top of the 4th. See what the Jays can do offensively.
Ryan Serven.
We got John Snobby, Chris Singleton, and of course myself, the one true Joker, bringing you the action between the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays here in Seattle at T-Mobile Park. Ryan Serven
The line to kick the pitch.
in today.
Now a high fly ball out
He
to
will
left center.
fly out.
On the move to the alley. And a quick out number 1.
Good stop for Seattle there.
Here's Kiermaier now. Singled and scored his first time.
Kevin Kiermaier had yesterday off.
Hit on the
He
ground
grounds
on the
right to first for the
He
second
handles
out.
it himself. That makes 8 batters set down in a row.
Frankie has done well now.
Lineup flips over. And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's already home run in this game.
Luis Gurriel is 2 for 2. Besides the home run, he got a single.
Looked off balance that time.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
When facing right-handed pitchers, he is 291.
2 out, space is empty.
Frank his 26th pitch now. And gets Louis Gurriel Jr. to swing late. A bad pitch to end the inning. Frankie doing his job since making a surprise start. As like I said, it was supposed to be George Kibble, but for some reason he didn't start, and it ended up being Frankie Morella. Speaking of a dangerous guy, here is Charles Rollins. Rollins, of course, got a double to start things off. His last game was 0-4, but that was not against the Blue Jays. Cal, in the history against Toronto, has hit well against them overall in his career. The All-Star, like I said, got a double. He will strike out. That is a big out. Strikeout number 6 for Jose Barrios. Really did not do well. And unfortunately, he hits it right to Vlad Guerrero Jr., who easily scoops it to tag first for the second out.
And here's the first baseman, Mitch Garver.
Mitch Garver, the former first rounder, has 10 home runs this season for Seattle.
Foul off left side.
Jose Barrios only up to 45 pitches so far. 46 pitch ends up being his 7th strikeout to end the inning.
And they trail it 4-1.
So Jose Barrios doing his job on the mound. Now it's up for the Blue Jays to see if they can get some more runs here in the 5th.
And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
It will start with Vlad, who is only 1-7 in this series. His only hit was a home run. It was 29th of the year in yesterday's game.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. So far, 6 hits on the first pitch alone. That tells you something.
Can't straighten that out. And it's now an 0-2 count to Vlad Jr. here.
The 0-2.
That's hit. It will drop in front of the right fielder. And Vlad will get on base for the first time in this game with a single.
0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone.
Don't know how much of a leash Frankie will have. Like I said, he pitched in yesterday's game as a reliever.
He's 1 for 2.
Bo Bichette will get a base hit. Vlad will advance to third. And Bo Bichette on first, Vlad Guerrero on third. None out. And that's it for Frankie.
He's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park.
I'm surprised he was in that long, being that, like I said, he ended up coming as a reliever in yesterday's game, was not scheduled as the starting pitcher, but ends up starting anyways today. Seattle might be questioning their manager in the future because of that. Brandon Belt, he's up now. He is 1 for 2 today. There are men on the corners, none out. Taylor there. Double checks on Bo. Lefty versus lefty matchup here.
Situation.
Brandon Belt swings late.
Some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can.
That's it, but foul. That would have been definitely a double play. Brandon Belt swings a bad pitch.
Well, that's the money maker right there.
And Seattle trying to get out of this inning unscathed.
2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Here's another lefty, Rafael Devers. He is 1 for 2.
And that one pulled foul.
He fouls that first one off. Bo is on first. Flag on third. 1 out. A double play would get him out of this inning. But unfortunately, Rafael Devers does it again and gets another home run. Back-to-back games for Rafael Devers.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
And the lefty versus lefty matchup ends up not paying off for Seattle as Rafael Devers gets his 22nd home run of the year.
The other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run, I'm just really impressed.
380 feet for that homer.
Base is empty, 1 away. Now the left fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Varsho.
First off,
He hits it. That did have the distance, but of course it fell foul. He's 0-2 with 2 flyouts. He was off in yesterday's game.
1 down, base is empty. Foul.
Fouls that off. The former first-round draft pick, originally picked by Toronto, then traded to Arizona. Played a year for Arizona, and then came back to Toronto.
Now it's the second baseman, Isaiah.
And been with Toronto ever since. Tom Falefa.
Ground ball left side.
Fouls that.
Foul ball.
The 2020 Golden Glove winner, formerly of the New York Yankees, a utility player.
A swing and a miss as he chases
Swings a bad one. Tyler.
Line drive. Brings it in for the
Will
third.
get out inning with a little bit of damage.
Inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. And
But
the lead
Rafael
stretches to
Devers
7-1. This is Toronto Blue
has
Jays
taken
baseball on the
a
show cam.
commanding 6-run lead with that 3-run homer by Rafael Devers, his 22nd of the year.
Now it's the right fielder, Mitch Haniger.
That might give a bigger leash to Jose
Just off the
Barrios.
outside edge. And that's ball 1.
Clearly
Hager
not in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and
has
try to
played
get
with
it all back in
Arizona,
one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a
San
time,
Fran,
even strike
and
it down
Seattle
small
in his
pitch to
8
pitch.
years.
Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
He faces a 1-2 count now. 2-1 count, I should say. Count now goes to 2-2.
2-2 now.
Hager will hit it.
Base hit.
It will be a base hit. Vlad non-base. If he was there, he might have gotten the out. But we won't know. Mitch Hager will
He's already
start
singled
things
in this
off
game.
with a base hit.
Just missed.
Jorge Polanco has 119 home runs, looking for home run 120.
For a strike. Late with the swing there.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Jose Barrios could be a double play. There's one there, but not in time as Polanco is a fast runner.
Time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it,
Con
but he got
Falefa
it off,
does
and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Does get the lead runner. Dylan Moore.
His first time.
Hasn't done anything against Toronto in this series. He's 0-5.
The base runner at first with one out.
If you're the Jays, you gotta love that. He was acquired in free agency. Dylan Moore back in 2018. He will get his first hit of the series.
Quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you've got to make them pay. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Ryan Bless fouls that off, makes an 0-2 count. Men on first and second, one out. Jose Barrios could try to force a double play here. That's hit well. Oh, tumbling catch. And because of that, the runner will advance from second to third. Play men on the corners with two outs. Luis Gurriel Jr. makes a tumbling catch here for the big second out. J.P. Croft trying to keep Seattle alive here in this inning. Croft has only gone on base one time in this series.
That one fouled off.
Unfortunately, not today.
The Mariners with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5.
Jose Barrios only at 65 pitches. Doesn't get the call. That's hit deep. It's in play though. And Gurriel Jr. will get it to end the inning.
Mariners leave a couple. They're down 7-1.
5 innings done. Jays up by 6.
Top of the 6th inning. Here's the Toronto catcher, Brian Serven.
Brian Serven coming in as the starting catcher today, giving Danny Jansen a day off. Serven will fly right out to the center fielder. Tylerson's coming in, has only given up a 3-run shot.
Way back. Possibly the best center fielder I've ever seen.
Lefty versus lefty matchup here. Kevin Kiermaier will get it to drop. Kiermaier taking a chance for second. And Seattle defensively gets it in time to get the out. As Kevin Kiermaier takes a chance but doesn't pay off.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. And now the right fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Luis Gurriel hits it down the line. That will be a base hit. Lewis tags up the first. Stays there, 2 outs.
And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
2 outs, runner at first. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vlad hits it right to third. Third to first. In time. And that will end the top of the 6th.
2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Part of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. Blue Jays 7 and the Mariners 1. Back in Seattle, bottom of the 6th. And now for Seattle, Josh Rojas.
Rohan's 0-2 today. He was 4 for 5 in yesterday's game with a home run and 2 RBIs.
Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Jose Barrios getting close to 70 pitches now. No life in Toronto.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Roll on.
And a pitch. Out to short.
Will end up grounding out to Bobichette.
Sends it across the first.
As Bobichette gets it
the leadoff hitter in the sixth.
to first in time for a big first out.
Here's the catcher to hit. Cal Raleigh.
Raleigh hit a double the first time up, struck out the second time.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. That misses, 1-1.
Raleigh has been with Seattle since 2018. I believe he was a third-round pick.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
Gets a piece there.
Fouls that off.
And a pitch. Fights that one away.
That's hit well, deep enough, but foul.
One down, base is empty. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Cal will strike out for the second time in a row, making him the 8th victim of a strikeout.
Strike one.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
0-2 count now, 2 outs here. Here comes pitch number 80 for Jose Barrios. Luke gets a piece of it to keep himself alive here.
2 outs. Swings through that, and it's
And that will end up being strikeout number 8. Or maybe 9, I can't remember. But Jose Barrios does his job and gets the out. Bobichette is 2 for 3. Jays once again electing to have Matt Barnes warm up. Don't know if we will see him in the next inning or not. Bo hits it. That goes off the shortstop's glove. And Bo will get on base.
So man aboard. And now
Lefty versus lefty matchup.
1 for 3. There's a swing and a miss.
Brandon Belt is 1-3, like I said today. He is 4 for 7. He has hit home run number 48 of the year in the last game.
Out towards left center.
He ends up flying that out to the center fielder. The runner will go back to first. And with that, that is the first big out here.
Man aboard, and here is Devers.
Rafael Devers got a surprising home run in today's game, going 2 for 3 so far. Hits it up the gut. There's one there. And the shortstop does the job to end the inning as he handles it himself. As is a shot right to the center fielder. Shortstop touches the bag, throws the first, gets the 2 outs to end the inning.
Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Mariners, Mitch Garver.
Jose Barrios is still pitching.
Back to work. And there's a strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at-bats. He's thrown strikes from the first pitch to over
Nick
70%
Gunn
of the
hits
guys
it
he's
down
faced
the
in this
line. Foul.
Kicks and fires.
That would have been a double play. That would have been a double if he would have got that.
Where he left off.
Wow, short work to send it back in to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Well, that answers my question from earlier. How many strikeouts he has? He is at double digits with 10.
Up next for the Mariners. First pitch misses.
Let's check it out. 2 for 2 today.
That's hard hit of the line.
That's hit well. But Kiermaier will scoop it for the second big out.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Jorge Polanco.
Polanco's only gone on base 1 time today.
The Jays up big in this one. Near the bottom of the 7th. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
And that was the 89th pitch for Jose Sabriels and his 11th strikeout of the game. That will probably be it for Jose Sabriels, as he would be up to 90 pitches.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another
Austin Vogt entering his 35th game of the season.
1 hit for any pitch so far this season.
His ERA is not the greatest. It's 4.33.
So digging in, Dalton Varsho. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
Another lefty versus lefty matchup.
Vogt in his 6th
Actually, no, it ain't.
31 years old.
Correction, it is a righty versus lefty.
Back in 2013. Up the middle. Bounces into the outfield.
And Varsho will get a base hit.
Runner aboard to start the inning. And now for the Jays, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Kiner-Falefa, the utility man for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's nothing at all.
This man can pretty much go anywhere defensively. Is 1 for 3 today.
And here it comes.
That's it. That's going to be down the line. That's going to be at least a double. There's a run coming in. It's going to be a play at the plate.
And they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Back-to-back base hits. Just
The throw not on target.
ripped it into the outfield for the base hit.
Kiner-Falefa will get his 21st RBI out of that.
So, man aboard. Ryan Serven next up for the Blue Jays.
Serven swings late. Serven is 0-3. In today for Danny Jansen.
Man at second. Puts it in the air out towards left center.
He will
Sizing this one up.
fly out. Moore will get it and bring it in time, so no advance by the runner who is in scoring position on second.
And now the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Kevin Kiermaier, 2 for 3.
Foul ball there.
Swings late, fouls that off. Kiermaier has 41 stolen bases this year. He will pop up. Shortstop is there. That will be a second out. Easy choice for the runner to stay back on second. So far, Seattle's only given up a run.
Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy...
Louis Gurriel will hit it, and that will drop. A run will come in. There is a play at the plate. Lewis chooses not to advance, even though he probably could have made it.
Comes through with the RBI. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case.
But he didn't want to risk it, so he stays at first. And now the Jays have a 8-run lead.
Next up for the Blue Jays. That's to third.
And Vlad will hit down the line.
Lead runner touches second, headed for third.
Oh, miscommunication on the base pass. And Lustrio will get caught.
So 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Last half of the 8th coming up. Jays 9 and the Mariners 1. Back in Seattle on the bottom of the 8th, and now for Seattle, Dylan Moore.
Jose Barrios will pitch his 90th pitch.
Foul ball.
It is fouled off.
Kicks and deals. Swinging a foul straight.
Matt Bonds still warming up. Tim Mason now warming up.
At the belt fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Dylan will strike out and be the 12th victim in the strikeout department.
I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location. He found a way to just get it by him.
Ryan Bliss will end up flying that out right to Kiermaier.
Squeeze on that one. And there's 2 away.
And the Jays are now 4 outs away from winning this series.
Now it's the Mariners DH, J.P. Crawford. That clips the corner.
No, there's a pitch
J.P. Crawford here
It's gonna be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
has an 0-3. He has yet to get on base in this series. Hit pitch number 96. And he gets them for strikeout number 13.
Mariners go down quietly there. They trail it big. It's 9-1.
Jays might have a decision to make here.
All set to start the 9th.
Do they
Now the Jays, Bo Bichette.
give Jose Barrios a possible complete game? He's up to 96 pitches. Or they play safe and let one of the relievers finish the game. As, let's face it, it would be a miracle for Seattle to come back to tie this series, as they are down by 8 runs and only have 3 outs
Settles under this one.
to avoid.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's
Bo
hand, you
Bichette hits
cannot
it
hang a
well,
breaking
but
ball right
he
there.
flies
Lucky it
out.
stayed in the ballpark.
Brandon Bell
Speaking of
next up
news,
for the Blue
Corey
Jays.
Seager has recorded 600 career RBI. Great news for the Texans.
And a foul ball.
Brandon Belt, he is 1 for 4.
One down, base is empty.
He hits it deep. That's back.
And that
Off the wall. And Brandon Belt will
relay, not in time, it's a double. Well,
get
Singy,
a
he's locked
double,
in there.
number
He's
22.
really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that
When
he
you
squared
think
up that
about it,
baseball tells me that he is seeing
Giving
it
up
like
a
beach
double to Brandon Belt is better than giving up a home run. As Brandon Belt, like I said, is up to 48 home runs, leading the league with home runs at 48. Rafael Devers now is up.
Late on
He
that
swings late. Austin Voice trying to keep the game where it's
fastball.
at.
Batter waits. This
Oh
one blasted
no,
into right
that's
down the
back
line, and
to
it's
the
up.
wall. Foul. For a second, I thought Rafael Devers did it again.
Swung on, and there it goes.
Well,
It is
correction,
high.
he does
It
do
is
it
long.
again.
It is gone. Another
This
home.
time,
His second
a
home run of the
2-shot
game.
home
It's
run.
11-1.
His
He
first
absolutely
home run was a
feasts on
3-shot home run,
right-handed pitching and devours that one.
which was his 22nd home
You can
run.
see that's what he expected.
And Rafael Devers will get a 2-shot, 23rd home run of the year. This man is on fire.
Pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there,
and the thing was, his previous hit went down left field, but sailed foul, had the distance. But the very next pitch ends up going over the right field wall. And the Jays have a 10-run lead.
He's got to find a way because these
Matt Bosch
the same for his stats, obviously,
entering his 13th game of the year.
For Toronto, Dalton Varsho, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. And it's fouled away.
Will face Dalton Varsho. Varsho is 1-4 today. This is his first game against Seattle in this series, as he had the first game off.
And a pitch. Swings and fouls one off.
Varsho swings late again. It is an 0-2 count, 1 out. Jays have a 10-run lead.
Good job to fight that one off.
Varsho is giving Matt Bosch a battle here. Even though it's only been 3 pitches, it feels like a battle, I should say. I believe that is the first ball of the game that the Blue Jays have taken. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. Varsho hits it deep. The left fielder chasing. It's off the wall. Varsho will get a stand-up double.
This offense is on fire. 3 extra
21.
Even though center fielders are amazing at tracking down balls these days, there's still a lot of room out there, and it's a big field. So if you hammer one to center like that, there's a decent chance you're picking up extra bases.
Now, after this game is done, there is 7 games left before the home run derby and the All-Star game. Falefa swings, fouls, but not high enough for the out. He is 2 for 4.
2 runs across in the inning. You're at the top of the 9th.
Falefa got a single and a double so far. He hits it deep. The left fielder goes back. Center fielder goes back. Gets it. Varsho will advance.
Here's the Toronto catcher,
Brian Serven, who enters the game 0-4 today.
He swings and misses at the first pitch.
Swings at a bad one. Matt Bosch trying to keep it this a 10-run game. He will do so. And that will end the inning.
The Jays get a pair on this homer. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
We look at the second home run replay of Rafael Devers. His first one was a 3-shotter. This one was a 2-shotter. And the Jays now have a 10-run lead.
Back at T-Mobile Park, now Josh Rojas.
Well, 96 pitches. Josh Rojas is 0-3.
And a foul ball.
They have elected to have Jose Barrios pitch. So Barrios will look for the complete game.
And a foul ball.
You gotta be very careful when you're doing this.
Stays alive.
Oh, yes, he is definitely getting tired. Here comes the century pitch. Pitch 100. That's hit well. It's going to be dropping and goes over the round. Almost double.
Get yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Tim Meza will come in and relieve
That's all for Jose Barrios. We'll be back
Jose Barrios.
on the mound. New arm out of the bullpen, Tim Meza.
Tim Meza.
This is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free.
This will be the second game in a row that he's pitched.
And attack the strike zone.
Matt Bonds is still warming up. I imagine the reason why they have Meza warming up out is because after Cal will be a lefty batter. So the Jays are probably doing that defensively. Jays still have a comfortable 10-run lead here going in the final inning. Tim Meza will try to do his job to end this game.
And here is Cal Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh hits it. That will force the runner back. Cal Raleigh will ground out to Bo Bichette. And that's now the Jays are 2 outs away.
He's 2 outs away. Luke Raley digs in now.
No, Jose Barrios will love to get the complete game, but they choose not to.
Into right, and that's a base hit. Into third now. So
They keep the runner on the corners.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, flipped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure
Mitch
stroke.
Galvin trying to keep this game alive for Seattle.
swings and misses.
Swings hard and late. 0-2 count. Men on corners. 1 out. Jays still up by 10 runs. Tim Meza,
Runners at the corners, 1 away.
who came in for relief for Jose Barrios.
Up the middle, and he
Hit
knocks it
right
down.
the middle. They will give the run up to get the second out.
And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly it's
The question is, will they?
come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
So they're down to their final out. And up next for Seattle, Mitch Haniger.
They will let Meza try to finish this game.
And that's in for a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there.
2 out, man on second.
Sinker ball. If you can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Tim Meza looking to get out of the game.
Right side, and this should do.
Play like that will do it as Devils will throw the first in time, and the Blue Jays will
Win by 9 runs. You have plenty of insurance runs. It's a huge
get the
confidence
series
boost when you can
win
just put that many runs
of this 3-game series with a commanding 9-run win.
I want to get a win as well.
11-2 the final
The
tally.
Jays never
Chris
look
Simmons and
back.
our crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by.
As
I'm
Seattle
John Chum.
just
Talk
could
to you soon.
not answer Jose Barrios. Like I said, the story of today's game, George Kibble was the original scheduled starter. For some reason, as soon as the game started, Frank Mohas, or whatever his name is, ended up being the starter. So I don't know what happened there. He ends up, of course, getting the loss. He only pitched 4 innings, which I'm not surprised because he came as a reliever in yesterday's game. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what the computer was thinking there. While, of course, Jose Rios, I did try to get him the complete game. Only managed to get 8 innings. Did go up to 100 pitches. He did get only 2 runs against him. He managed 13 strikeouts, allowing 6 hits. Notables for Seattle, of course. Well, you got Polanco, who goes first game of the series, goes 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Cal, who also in his first game of this series, goes 1 for 4 with a double. Jose Rajan, who was 4 for 5 in the previous game against the Blue Jays, goes 1 and 4 this time with a double. Mitch Hagler does a little bit better than he did the previous game. This game around, he goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. I believe he was 1 and 4 the previous game. For the Jays notables, you got Connor Falefa, who had yesterday off. Comes in today, goes 2 for 5 with a double and a single. Gets an RBI, scores himself. Brendan Belt manages to go 2 for 5 with 2 doubles beating them. 2 runs, doesn't get any home runs. So he still leads the league at 48 home runs overall. Luis Guerrero Jr. has a great day. He goes 4 for 5. He got 3 RBIs and a home run. While Rafael Devers, who ends up being the people that you voted as the player of the game, goes 3 for 5. He gets 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, scores a couple runs himself. He is today's player of the game. And what more can you say? Of course, I've been your graceful host, the one true Joker. I want to thank John and Chris for calling the action between the Blue Jays and the Seattle Blue Jays in Seattle, as the Jays dominate this game with a 11-2 win, managing 20 hits, which definitely is probably the reason why they got 11 runs. But in the end, like I said, the Blue Jays will look to sweep Seattle, as they do have 2 series left before they go to the All-Star break. Jays will try to finish Seattle to get a 3-game sweep. After that, I believe they have Arizona and then San Fran, or vice versa. Not sure. Either way, Jays winning this one to win the series. Looking to sweep Seattle in the next episode of Blue Jays Baseball on MLB The Show. I am your graceful host, the one true Joker. Until then, this is the one true Joker officially signing out.